What's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a good Wednesday. Welcome in. I see Brett and I see Burton. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. Wanted to come steal first. I think you successfully managed that. And thank you for the hydrate. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. So that it's not just my voice. You guys have background noise. Anyway. Yeah, sorry I'm starting late. When did work out? Workout went long, then went and got groceries because mandatory, and then shown up a little late, but that's okay. I don't think it's too worrisome. Let's see. So, by the way, how's everybody's day going? Go ahead and tell me all about your days. I know Burton's at work, so he's working. How you feeling today, Brad? It's fine, I'll forgive you. I appreciate the forgiveness. To show my appreciation. I'm just gonna I'm getting over a plague. Well, that sounds rough. I hope the plague doesn't last forever. I'm munching on dinner. That makes sense, time frame wise. I just got done with I call it brunch, I guess, because it's definitely a little late for breakfast, but a little early for lunch. Yes, that is my next step, actually. Thank you, Burden. I appreciate you. Haven't quite gotten there yet. I pinged all of the socials first for whatever reason. Just how my brain was working today, I guess. Click, click, and app. Yeah, ping everybody in my channel. So anyway, yeah, I imagine it'll be fine. On to a new plague in a week or so, I imagine. Yikes. You getting plagues a lot over there? Let me pull up some pictures here, guys. Because I want to. I was thinking about it today, right? And we've been working specifically on like two particular sections of uh of the world, but there's really no information regarding the other three. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if for the next like three sessions of world building, we just kind of hopped from one region to another and at least set like a baseline idea of what's going on there. But I gotta find the imagery so I can show you guys what I am looking at. And I don't think I have it handy. So I'm gonna have to put it together. So you're just gonna get to listen to my melodious voice while I do things in the background. And watch my little fella do some blinks. You know? 1920. There it is. There's my workspace. Hey, what's up, Pancake? Welcome in. I hope you are having a great Wednesday. Whatever it is you are up to. If you feel like sharing, feel free. Otherwise, we're just hanging out while I get some imagery set up for you guys to show you what I'm working on. But apparently, I've got to like go through the whole process of finding the actual file somewhere. You know what? We'll just do it this way. because I like showing people things. Click, click, click. Okay. Once we get this up, I'm going to show it to you guys. Actually, I can show it to you as is right now. So let me pull that up for y'all so you can see what I'm working on. There we are. Okay. Since the Echoing Isles is now complete as far as mapping goes, I'm gonna copy paste everything into the main map. I want to see how this works because I've never tried to do this. Not even sure how to do this. But once we get that moved over, we'll kind of look at the other regions too. What do I try and move all of it? Okay, well, that's what I needed anyway. Can I, like, turn you into something? Y'all, what's up, Maddie? How you be? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're learning how to do things with Incarnate. I'm not really sure how to functionally do what I'm trying to do. Been okay. Well, I hope things are looking better. Question mark. What if I just hit copy? What if I just hit copy and load the other map? That can't possibly work, right? Wednesday is fine so far. Well, that's good. Wednesday is a good day. It's a day where we hang out, shoot the shit, have a nice chat. I've been up for a while. I got up this morning. I did a touch of homework. I went and did a big old workout and then went a little bit of grocery shopping and then came home and started stream. So it's been a very busy day. And no, it doesn't work the way I wanted it to work. So I'm a little sad about that. So I've got to figure out a different way to move it over. Can I stimulate these? What's up, Anna? Stimulate these bananas? Is that where you were going? Boy, I have so many people in here. You all are so wonderful for coming in to help stimulate my brain because I'm tired. All of the mental activity and then the physical activity is taking its toll on me, man. Ooh, guys, if you haven't already, later, you don't have to do it now. You know, you should definitely go click on my bold socials and go like my YouTube videos, specifically the Echoing Isles campaign, because I'm trying to get YouTube kind of kicking. I gotta make some shorts and stuff, but I have not done that. And I'm just about done doing what I can, setting up a Discord server for now. So I wanted to pop in and meet you. Hey, are you good at setting up Discord servers? I know mine looks pretty, but underneath it is terrible. It's just a lot of just a lot of makeup. Mostly it's just roles. I'm really bad with setting up proper role whatever, like what they can actually do. So I have moderators who can't actually like moderate anything. It's very entertaining. I saw people setting up Discord servers as a service on BGen earlier. Yo, well, like, I mean, I could figure it out, but like, I'm lazy. I don't know. I have so many smart friends. I have a friend who is starting from scratch, so it was easy for me to just do it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, if you're starting from the ground up, then nothing else is in place. I definitely tried to use the integrated like channels and roles, but it got a little funky. 14 more perms than she gave me. Lol, admin perm. Oh, $1,000 for a Discord server? Shit, I am in the wrong business, guys. Yeah, no shit. This is where middle management comes in and says, "So I have this business venture, and I'll pay you $500 to build Discord server," and then I just pocket the other half. No, I don't want to do this all the time. No, I feel like it would get pretty, yeah, tedious. I gotta Google this, guys. I gotta see. I gotta see. Yeah, no, I've spent so much time on this Discord server trying to make it like good, and I definitely set mine up for a D&D group, and that's it. Never done it again. Yeah, I've definitely set up the Bold Gamers server, which I should probably. Nah, I like Bold Gamers, but I definitely set it up so that I can make categories, and I just have different categories for different one shots and different campaigns, and it's the easiest option. I just manually add people. Oh man, this is rough, guys. There's no way to do what I want to do. The only way to do what I'm thinking of is to like physically like Photoshop it in. Oh, much sad. Maybe we'll just use this as a base then, because I really don't want to do that. I'll Photoshop them into one map at a later time. That's what I'll do. I'll do each region and mesh them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to see your background. Yeah, it is not pretty. I always think about revamping my Discord and then I get overwhelmed by everything I have to. Yes, that exact sentiment. Um, Let me pull up the image for you, Brett. I'm trying to take. So I cut this region right here. Like, there's an option where you can like resize a map and it takes all the assets in that area and makes a new map. So I did that with these islands, and then I built out the whole map. Um, and now I want to bring all those assets back to this map, but that is not an option. Once you've cut it out, it's just cut out. There's no going backwards, which is interesting. By the way, welcome in, Aiden. You got a 14, and Maddie got a 13. You guys, I feel like you succeeded like that. Burton barely succeeded. He's doing well. And no, there's no way to just paste it. I just tried. The only way I could do that, which is what I'm thinking of, would be I'd have to import my cutout of this as an asset, if you will, and just paste it onto the space, which isn't really a big issue since I've already cut it out. I could just put back a, but I can't. I don't know. Gets a little funky. Gets a little funky, guys. We're gonna figure it out though, because I want to learn, and you're gonna learn with me. You're along for the ride. Aiden, I'm gonna say whatever you were trying to do did not go well. Oh, and Maddie. Anna barely made it. Brett did well. You know what I should do too? I have so many things to do today, guys. Like, I don't have to do any of them, but they sound fun. I need to do a stats command. Because that seems entertaining. But let's try and do. Okay, okay, chat. You tell me what you want to watch happen, because we're going one or the other way. Am I trying to paste this in here on the main map, or am I making a stats command? Oh shit! You just have the fucking code? Yeah, throw it at me. That I think I might have to set it up in Mix It Up manually, so I don't know that it matters, but we'll see. Anna out here writing code. Yeah, I'll totally take it. Even if I can't use it, it'd be a good reference point. It's a very much not doing anything day for me. Hell yeah. You need days like that. You have to kick off and do nothing every once in a while, you know? But most days have been like that. Gotta figure out how to get my energy up. I know it's gonna not sound great, but I will tell you, at least for me, being the literal couch potato that I am, I started I dare say I started going to just walk for 30 minutes at a gym or outside. I walk outside, but it's hot as hell here and I don't want to. So I've been walking at a gym and I feel way more energetic these days. So I don't know, something. Just go walk around the block once or twice and call it a day. Not like the best, but you feel a little better. You get that like dopamine release. Well, most people get it. Yeah, I wrote it should be similarly run off of basics. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you. I need to get back to doing my daily walks, but I'm just too sleepy. Yeah, I did that for. So I worked out really hard for like a year or so. Like, I got pretty in shape, and then I just stopped and gained a ton of weight to the point where like it was just hurting all of my old man joints. Um, I started working out a few months ago and lost a bunch of weight. Well, technically speaking, I haven't lost weight, but I have gained muscle and trimmed quite a bit. So that's actually really been nice. But it is a constant battle to get myself to go. So I relate. That's the takeaway I'm trying to get here. Ooh. Oh, Anna, use 3 tildes. Do tilde tilde tilde, shift enter, and then tilde tilde tilde. Well, it's not a tilde. Sorry, it's whatever the hell that is. I don't know. The other tilde. It's these things. Do 3 of those in a row. Put the code in the center and put 3 more in the row, and it'll do it in code form. Ha ha ha. And eat more bananas and apples. Those give energy boosts. Perchance, I didn't know they were specifically good for energy boosting. Yeah, that's when I hit a major slump a couple of years, but I started working out of it by playing VR games. Damn, I need some VR, guys. Let me tell you how much VR I would play on this damn stream. Oh, You know what I've always wanted to play? I've always wanted to try that Beat Saber game. It looks cool. It reminds me a lot of like DDR back in the day. All right, let's do. Yeah, Beat Saber looks so cool. I loved DDR. I was that guy who played it. I'd be at the like whatever place you go and it has a DDR two-player pad thing, the arcade, and I'd be that guy that had both pads going, doing that hardest setting, doing like the crazy you rotate in play. It was nuts, man. I don't know how I did that, but I was super fit then. What a good time that was. I miss DDR. I legitimately miss DDR. It was such a good time. Anna, this is your moment. Roll a d20. Roll a d20 on I don't know, banana encounters. You got less than a 10. The dice are not in your favor for any kind of romantic encounter for you. I'm gonna give Maddie the recovery with a 10. Was what? I meant on everybody else, not just Pyre. I heard Banana Anna was a train wreck the other. I can't. It is not Banana's fault. To be fair, she rolled really well. Everything went super great. Um, and then because it's a player interaction, I don't have like I can't be like, oh, you did that so good. Here you go. The other player played their character very well, and instead of having a good time, they wanted breakfast. So the characters went and got breakfast. And Anna's character Liari shriveled up into a husk. It was brutal and amazing. Oh, I was gonna watch, but I face planted asleep onto my desk during Sunny's pre-stream. Plague was kicking my ass. Yeah, that's fair. You're also like 8 hours ahead of me, and it ends at. I mean, the stream for me ends at 8 p.m. It ends for Sunny and Shy at midnight. No, 11. I'm not gonna lie, that was really hard to role play. You did such a good job though, Anna. Like truly. Me and Shy, we messaged each other like, bro, what is happening? Do we intervene? No, we just let it happen. It was such a good that the whole group, like you're the whole wives group does such a great job with their role play. They are all honestly dedicated and play it well. Because Summer's doing the dumb. Shy is doing the short and stern routine, but and then Anna's the panty thief going hard for it. And Pyrie's scared. Pyrie's gonna get everybody killed, and I cannot wait for it to happen. Chaos is the only true way. You know what? As long as everybody's laughing, though, like having a good time, that's all I care about. You can have a super serious storyline or whatever, but if nobody's invested, does it matter? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. Where does I need to see where this map ends. Hang on. Honest but yeah, her misery. I don't know. You got a couple more episodes before the mini campaign's over, and it is my hope because it is entirely dependent on roles and situations. But I hope Liari gets somewhere. She needs a win. She needs a win. Okay, so this cuts off at Terrazun, just the edge of that right there. All right, here's what we're doing. We're gonna cut the desert portion along with the Greek Isle and put it over here. I am gonna move the Greek Isle down though. Sid had me fucking rolling when they said thank you for avoiding turn. Bro, that was so good. It was such a good run. That whole man, what a session that was. I don't know how we're gonna top that. I don't know either. I'm really interested to see what exactly happens moving forward. So like you guys haven't put yourself in anything. This is part of the storyline. You are now in a position where like you're entirely dependent on each other and your guys' internal motives because you don't have an external force guiding you anymore, which was definitely part of the plot. Yeah. There we go. Now we're gonna cut this whole section out right here. And we got ourselves a whole nother map. Apparently we're gonna go work on Region 3, kids. I didn't know we were gonna do this, but we're gonna go do it now. Alright, I feel like Mads and Pyrie can both 50-50 at whether or not they care to do anything and force Liari to offer up an exchange. Liari's kind of become the spokesperson for the group, so to speak. There's always one player who kind of gets shuffled into that role. It's just bound to happen, you know? But yeah, if you guys haven't, the rest of chat, if you haven't watched these, they're pretty great. They're pretty great. I've really enjoyed uh this campaign. I am looking very forward to doing more with it. I hate that role. My group always tries to make it be me. Because I beg them to stay because I have potential to get them info they want through my connections. Yeah, I would say you definitely have the ability to do that. There was the person that Mads recognized that you kind of stabbed to death too, but that's no longer an option. Yeah, fuck that guy. He got too close. No one told me not. Yeah, no one told you anything. This is not moon shaped enough. That'll do. I did, in fact, ask inside the bar which one it was. Was not told. Banana Island. I forgot that we have that 17 bit in there. Yeah, I think we'll just use the other one as a rough thing, and I'll stitch them all together later. As long as this looks like this, I'm not going to change these mountains at all, or this little entrance, and I think as long as that's the case, we're probably good. I am going to scrunch them down to give this more uh, island or more space. Very good use of the clover bee. I can see the emote on stream. It looks sus. It is a little sus. Which I think is kind of the point. So I live next to like some Air Force bases and stuff. Sometimes the helicopters fly overhead and like shake the whole house. It's always interesting. I think I'm gonna have to just redo this whole portion right here. These little trees are just in my space, and I don't want them to be. There we go. Except for you. Anybody got any big plans for this week? Are y'all just living life as we do? Bread has left me. But it's okay. I still have Anna and everyone else in the chat. Oh, you know what's really neat, actually? We're sitting at 179 followers. Like, I'm pretty close to the 200 mark, which is kind of crazy to me. So I'm pretty excited for whenever that comes around, you know? Bro's birthday party this weekend at mom's. We're gonna go to the pumpkin patch, do fall things. Oh, that's awesome. That'll be a good time. That would be fun for me, I think. Getting to sleep or doing the fall things. Also manifesting my first roll of next session is not another one. 2 sessions in a row isn't my thing. You know, I do think that the RNG on those dice is kind of cursed in general. I realize it's just using like random, so it's about as random as it's gonna be, right? But like, I still think it's a bit cursed. There we are. In fact, I'm gonna get greedy, start praying for a bunch, praying to a bunch of different gods so I can get over 20. Oh man, it's gonna be hilarious when you do finally get it. We should probably prep the chibi at some point, like ahead of time. Ayo. Out of context is such a hilarious statement. There is not a lot to do with this region. I've said worse. No. There we are. Little tropical islands over here. This group gets a little bit too. Whoever ends up on this area. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There we are. We're looking pretty good here, guys. Okay, now that we have a map, we should start figuring out locales. I think this is too close now. So I'm gonna just Yeah, there we are. Now that has some space in between it. Why is this area just a big desert? That's a good question. Why is the climate in this desert so much different than, say, what's up, Kaz? I chose a good time to show up with all the hat panties talk. Yeah, you did. In the professional campaign I'm running for Banana and a couple of others, Banana's character is a panty thief, which is her whole backstory. So every session she gets to roll at the beginning and at the end to try and steal the DM's panties. It's become very entertaining. That's just been my existence for 2 weeks now. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad existence. I mean, in Eric's world, I play a very klepto rogue, so I support this. Oh man, oh man. I gotta go pop in on Eric's streams. It's been a little bit. I keep getting distracted. Every time his stream comes up, I'm just like, God damn it. Because I'll be in the middle of doing something or something, you know? I can't remember which particular campaign that you're in, Kaz. What's the name of the group? Because I remember the names of the groups are very entertaining for sure, but I cannot quite remember. I honestly can't remember what a lot of people are from at this point. Man, it must be getting big. I'm getting so many of these best viewer things. I'm in Monday night and Sunday morning, which is Spirits and Fellowship and Beneath Fallen Skies. Oh, bet. So you're running Monday nights. It's a good, honestly, it's a really good day for it. Since we've been doing our Monday night, it's been interesting because we're like, wow, it's a good time. Yeah, they've been pretty aggressive these days. Siribot does a great job keeping them, at bay and away though. So it's a very good night for it. Plus Mondays are generally awful, so it's something to look forward to after work. Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it too. Honestly. All right, all right. I got an idea for this town coming up here, guys. So it's gonna be very Agrabah vibes, being a desert. Unless your character experience is sold. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm interested to see if something happens. I think you could recover from the soul death there, Anna. I recently discovered my character might not have a soul. Yeah, that might determine some internal trauma, as a ginger can attest. Once you accept it, you're fine though. Once you accept that you don't have a soul, you're like, it's not so bad. Yeah, she's in focus mode again, so she'll be fine for a hot minute. Yo, the fact that you guys, I expected you to fight him or befriend him, but I never expected you to tote him around like a fucking carrying bag. I think this is gonna need to be bigger, and these as well. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. My luggage. Acquiring pets is one of the greatest parts of any adventures. Yes, a pet. They they are definitely carrying around a pet and not an angry slaver, a mid-level, like middle management slaver that they tied up promiscuously and then threw a little canvas sack over. Definitely a pet. They did acquire a pet for a little while though. They had a rat. Yeah, he's a pet now. Yeah, that tracks. He's got to learn, right? Let's do that to all your D&D pets. I mean, I don't generally hog tie, ball gag, make a handle for carrying. I'm not carrying around a little micro machines box, right? Like, or like what was the other, like Polly Pocket to go carry case, right? You know what? I think I want to build a wall first because it depends on alignment. Yeah, so at least for me, I never use alignment. I tried early on in my campaigns, but players are so unpredictable and do not adhere to the alignments. I no longer care. I'm like, nah, you guys are just you. Nobody has an alignment. Alignment spells don't apply for the most part. So I don't know, figure it out. My alignment is I hate slavers with a passion and have no mercy, which is a valid situation, a valid thought to have, valid viewpoint. Yeah, there we go. God, it's cold. Bread, why are you so cold? Get a blanket. Be warm. Don't be cold. I want little walls, but I am not seeing little walls. So I'm gonna do this desert, and I'm gonna just hit up the whole catalog. We're gonna see what comes up. I use the alignments more as moral ratings. Alignments these days is very broad. It's not like the old 3-5. Yes. Yeah. 3-5. I remember 3-5. That's what I started on actually. That was when I really dug into D&D. It was a different kind of game then, I think. No, it was the same game, but like done differently, if that makes sense. What does this look like? Uh, that's a big fucking game, man. Babylonian. Is it only Babylonian looking ones? Is there any non super Babylonian looking stuff? No. It's a desert. It's only Babylonian, apparently. I'm cold because it's -1 degree. Why? How about we balance out? How about we balance out? It's -1 degrees Celsius, right? It is, I'm looking up the correlation here. It is 43 degrees Celsius where I am currently. Would you like to go halvesies with me? I think we could both be happy. All right, this is my only option. Got it. Let's make an ice wall, I guess. Yeah, it's a little warm, yeah. It's thankfully only 29 here. Texas wasn't as bad this year. 43 here, and people would literally be in the hospital from the heat. Yep. If you don't have air conditioning here, you people die every year. Every year during summer because it's summer worldwide, right? Generally, um, or at least vacationing time, I should say. Uh, People will come here from out of country because it's really pretty and there's lots of gorgeous things to see and all that stuff, and they won't prepare properly. So they'll go out in that heat with like maybe one of those tiny water bottles, and they'll go hiking on like a 5 mile hike or something because they do it everywhere else and it's never nearly as bad, but it's so dry and it's so hot that we have hundreds of deaths here every year just from people who aren't from around here going on hikes. Like, and they're just not physically prepared for, what they're going to experience. Hmm. I don't know about those. People die here during the heat waves. Last year was 43-ish every day for an entire month of August. Yeah, I think we've hit what is it, 100? We've been over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for 100 days. I think we're supposed to make it to about 120 days at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which I still think is pretty high up, but I can't remember. Let me look. 100 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So it's still about 38 degrees Celsius. So we've been at about 38 degrees Celsius for 100 and, oh, hi, Kai, 13 days now. People die here during heat waves of like 30 to 40. Yeah, it's fucking spicy. Even people that are from around here don't think about having enough water intaking, right? Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of locals as well. Scotland sounds pretty great. We're over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for over 113 consecutive days. Yeah, for real, for real, for real. Welcome in, Kai. We're cleaning up another region in Faegrimm and just kind of chit chatting. Okay, I don't want to live where you do. Texas is terrible enough, but it hasn't been that bad. Texas is right on point. Like, if there was gonna be a state that was close, objectively close to how bad it can be, in specifically in the valley where Phoenix, Arizona is, it's Texas or Las Vegas, Nevada. I think those are pretty given spots. Oh, I see what that's for. I see. That will take me a long time. Do I care to do this? Yes, yes, I do. I've been here, just been lurking, studying for boards. Yeah, you go pretty soon, I think, right? doing chiropractic boards. Good stuff. But I need something to like make that blend in. I don't know about this. I don't know how I like this. This looks chunky. Maybe this town doesn't have a wall. Got one exam on Monday and another in a few weeks. Props to you. I hope it goes well. I think you got this. Huh? Yeah, the bot really doesn't like you. I don't know why. I gotta fix that. Hi, everywhere. How's it going? How's your day? How's your Wednesday? Anything interesting going on? You rolled an 8. I would say the tower got destroyed. But what you up to there, everywhere? We're talking about heat and how hot it gets and how stupid it is. You know, classic conversations. So Arizona's hot. Well, we were comparing different places. Bread's out here at negative 1 degrees Celsius, so it's a little cold. I was offering to trade my 43 degrees Celsius, or like we go halvesies, and it would be not so bad. Yeah, talking about that 43. Yeah, I think so. Hang on, I'm just giving it a rough amount. Our top today, actually, our top today is not bad. It's only 102 degrees. Hang on, let me look. Let me look. Our max today is still 38, no, about 39 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. So it is cooling down. So that's a plus. 12 there. I don't know what 12 is. I gotta quit closing this. I keep opening it and closing it like if it's 12 degrees Celsius, it is 53 Fahrenheit. That sounds wonderful. I would take that in a heartbeat. So what are you up to, everywhere? You just hanging out? Got anything going on today? I didn't know I was gonna be mapping. I just wound up mapping. Just saw a video of a British guy saying that Americans could never handle UK winters. Said it was negative 7 degrees Celsius here, which is about 19 degrees Fahrenheit. He doesn't seem to realize that parts of America could get well into the negative double digits in Fahrenheit. Yes, that is true. Well, zero degrees is even across Kelvin, Celsius, and Fahrenheit, if I recall right. Right, like, but yeah, there's plenty of places that get super spicy low. Not here. I think the lowest we get here is maybe 30. Dead center of what's winter for us. I was born in Minnesota, negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit and with wind chill. I have no clue. People were saying negative 40 was even across. Maybe that's what it is. I thought zero was the crossover point, but I don't know offhand. Well, either way, temperatures are crazy, and I'm personally not prepared for that much cold. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Lilith. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. I appreciate you. 5 months. Gosh dang. We're getting some numbers from some people here. I was looking at because you got 5 months, Anna had 7. Like there's some crazy numbers. To me, it seems surprising. I don't know that I've been doing it that long. It shouldn't be like that surprising, but you know. All right, we got a nice. I'm at 10 months. That's right. Yeah, you're up there. I think there's probably a command for that. I couldn't tell you what the command is, but it probably exists. Do I like these big pristine? Do I like these big pristine white buildings, or should I change it? I kind of feel like changing it. I don't feel like it fits in properly. I don't know how to figure. I don't know either, and I'm the streamer, so like I said, it probably exists. I just don't know. And then we need a big palacey building, which we do not really have, so we'll have to make one. What's the tower? We use the knobby one over there. Let's go ahead and make this 100. Oh, yeah, all right, all right, all right. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. We're getting to that point. There's not really like an obvious central point here. Makes me a little upset. Guess we can make it this thing. But then it might as well be that. I think we'll make it this thing. Big stark white fucking tower in the center of this place. I don't know. We'll add the ships and come back to it. Gotta have a dock, you know. I don't even know inherently what I'd like to do with this city. So, like, it's a thriving desert metropolis. Why are they so here instead of over here, perhaps. Are all the buildings too big? They're probably too big. What if I cut them all down and make them like, wow? That seems a little more on point for a city, right? They're a little fuzzy. Oh. Fuck. Thanks for the alert, Kai. Good luck on the board studying. Cause man, it's a lot of work. I can't wait to be done with school. I'm very ready to be done with it. Only got this semester and I'm free. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm almost done with school, just the exams. Yeah, I know you're really close too. We'll get there. All right, we got a bunch of big docks. How about little docks? Just so we're sure it looks pretty lived in here. It's kind of the goal, you know. We want to make sure that this looks like a real place. Big dock city. There we go. That looks pretty right. Thanks, guy. Yeah, we're looking pretty good there. I think I might make it a point to add some cliffs to this to raise its elevation and make it a little bit different, a little bit starkly different. Hmm. You know what gets me, guys? I still get emails from fucking GameStop every once in a while, even though I haven't shopped at a GameStop in like a decade. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but I do find it entertaining. All right. So now we've got our little desert town here done. And this is kind of going to set the tone of the size of everything else on the map. We'll have another little place over here, so all I'm going to do is just take a chunk of this place. Stop grabbing that one. There we go. Now we have a small desert town right there. Started getting spam emails from some group that makes streamer emotes, icons, etc., etc. So I memed in an order. That was a mistake. Oh no. How did it go? Did they just harass you a bunch more? Or did you actually get stuff? Now I'm interested in everyday I get emails. Oh no. It backfired. How was the quality of work? I'm interested. I get something, but now it's emails, emails, and emails. Well, for the $15 I spent, it really wasn't bad. I mean, that's reassuring. But yeah, emails every day, man. I do actually go in once in a while and I just unsubscribe to everything. Like I physically go through and unsubscribe. And it does help cut them down. But they always do like, oh, we updated our terms of service and all of a sudden everything is on again or some shit, you know. I need to, but I'm also slightly amused by it. Like how many times are they gonna email me before they give up? Indefinitely. I mean, an email costs them almost nothing, right? It costs them a half a second of time to add your name to a list. Potentially, they could get $15. I'd do it indefinitely if I were them. Of course, I'm not a spammy email type, but you know, if that were the model I was going for, I mean. All right, let's save this map. This is Faegrimm, region 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. So in our wonderful deserty map here, I guess it's primarily desert. I might shuffle this over so it's more like this. That way I'm not losing such a large portion of map. That also grants me a lot of extra desert right here. My guys, I am so tired these days. My brain
and
just
they won't
wants
stop
to.
coming.
It's a burden. My brain just wants to shut down all the time these days. It's like, nah, you're tired, bud. I'm like, I know I'm tired, brain. I am aware. Oh, I sure the fuck hope it's not the COVID. I ain't got no time for that shit. The depression. Yeah, that's fair. Could be that. One or the other. Probably the depression. But don't we all? Actually, I do feel like most everybody these days has some level of depression, which is in and of itself a little depressing. Super funny. I mean, not really that funny, but you know. God, just get some chickens, they make everything better. Gotta be funny or it's sad. Yes, and also yes, get some chickens. You're sad. You go outside and look at the funny little dinosaurs running around without a thought in their head. And bees. Yo, I want some chickens. No joke. I don't have the facilities for a chicken. Like, I don't really have the space to put chickens. But the moment I get a damn house that has any level of like exterior, I'll be getting chickens. Just free eggs. Plus, they'll eat all my compost. Just put them in a row. That's ducks. Your ducks are unorganized. Mine are disciplined, standing in a row. However that line goes. Yep, it's the only perk I had moving to Texas. Housing is somewhat affordable here, and I got a house. Mine very much do eat my compost and provide more eggs than I can eat, so I give away a lot. Which is wild, because eggs are fucking so expensive. The we'd have to be a little bit more particular about the compost we give away to the chickens because my wife can't eat a lot of eggs. There's like one particular brand of eggs that she can eat like one egg at a time of because they're the kind that goes around eating actual grass and bugs and not chicken feed. Um, and so we have to pay the fucking stupid amount for them. They're really good, but like, yeah, I can eat anything. But so whatever compost we give it, as long as it's not something that will like, as long as it's like good food, they'll be fine. Yeah, mine do eat feed, but they run around my yard. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're eating all them bugs, pooping in the grass, making the grass grow, eating the grass. It's the circle of life. Yeah, I'm done moving around sand dunes. Let's get this stuff. Feed is good for making sure they get all the nutrients like calcium and vitamins, but bugs, snakes, and all my veggie scraps. Yeah, snakes is a good protein. You know? Yeah, they eat just about everything. You gotta not have a deficit to give her good protein. I guess you've been eating pretty good. Never mind. I can't give you that shit. That's a good one, Bird. Found her a nice winter red lobster. Got endless shrimp. Got endless shrimp and then got the biscuits, and then you didn't buy anything else, so they lost tons of money, and then they went bankrupt. No, stop selecting more. I want to deselect. Why are you like this? Fine, that one mountain's going. Burton, what are you up to right now, anyway? About to Baldur's Gate 3? So D&D, you might say? Well, I hope you enjoy your Baldur's Gate nonsense. Honestly, Baldur's Gate 3 is such a great romp of a time. Been getting real back into Valheim, chat. That's all I want to do right now. That sounds so fun. Fighting for my goddamn life constantly. Prep worked for our runs, so I know. Yeah, whether that's the 2-man or the 4-man, it'll be a good run. I am looking forward to doing a murder run. It's going to be very entertaining for everybody involved. There's very little talking. It's mostly just murder. Like, oh, you look funny. Murder. Oh, these are different color trees. Interesting. Hmm. Maybe. No, I don't know if I want that. We got these like floating islands. These are pretty cool. Ooh, maybe I could do something with the floating islands. That sounds pretty neat. I need a big circular shadow. There's nothing shadow related, which means I must have to do it with these tools. Yes, for you, a natural 1 in guidance. Does that mean the guidance roll is a natural 1? Or the actual roll is a natural 1, but I get guidance? Those are very different rolls. Okay. Well, I appreciate the extra 1. How's it going, Cheese Wheel? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, I think that puts me at 180, which is exciting. I'm getting close to that 200 mark, and that's really cool. Whoa! Thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate you. But yeah, tell me about your day. How's your day going? Yeah, with the woos, Burton. You a D&D fan? You do the D&D stuff? I won my hockey game. I'll take it. That sounds pretty good. What kind of hockey do you play? I mean, like regular hockey, or is it like some variation? Is it a professional team? What are we looking at here? I has been bonked. Is the bonk working? That's my question. Yeah, perfect. I watch Legends of Adventus. So that's pretty much all I know about D&D, and yeah, it's normal. Thanks for the bonk and the bits. Feels like a violent relationship, but I'll take it. Well, welcome in. I'm Boldmordred. I do lots of D&D related things, so if you hang around enough, you're just gonna learn through osmosis. But we also do other stuff here. I do some Overwatch. Well, I've been playing Valheim, so I'm probably gonna stream that at some point. Um, we do a lot of crossover streams with my with a lot of my streamer friends. I'm a crazy tea thing. I'm a what? Technically, I'm a clown. Yee. I'm sure there's some level of ah a tiefling, a tiefling. Yeah, well, it's like a tiefling. It sounds terrifying, honestly. Like I definitely want to make that into something. I'm getting all the bongs today. All right, now we put the shadow. I haven't tried to do this kind of stuff, by the way, chat. So we're learning as we go here. So I do something like this. Ooh, no, that's much too dark. Let's do a 25. Actually, let's do a 50. See how we look. Oh yeah, that doesn't look half bad, honestly. It's taken my bonking abilities. I think there might be some level of cooldown there. If it gets bapped too often, sometimes it has a bit of an issue. There we go. Oh, that wasn't you. That was Burton. That's funny. Let's try this. I will have to adjust that particular island momentarily. There we go. Ah, all right. Old, I curse all your children with lactose intolerance. I mean, that seems kind of mean to the children, truly. How do I get this above the shadow? Why are we cursing my children? It's also provided I have children. That's undecided. Also, thank you for the water. I'm going to ingest it in the form of coffee. They have to live with the fact that their father or mother bonked you, and I. Gotta love the bonk. Welcome in, Panda. I'm gonna say with that too, you probably did not manage to retrieve it. Needs more sand. Well, luckily there's lots of sand, as you can see. We're working on Region Three's map, and we're gonna have to write this stuff up. We'll probably write up things next week. I think today I just want to finish out the map. Oh, there we go. We'll just do it that way. Now, how do I make this above the damn shadow? I don't think I can. I think I'll have to shuffle this. So it'll look like that, and then I'll have to move the shadow. Needs more dead things. Get some food, Panda. Do it this way. We'll go ahead and do this shadow here instead. Do another shadow right over here. Oof, stuck at the bottom with $1? That's not a whole lot. Not these days. Alright, alright. Here we go. Now we have a tower. on top of these floating platforms. I think I'm going to redo this shadow here, though. There we go. We just touch that island literally like that, and then bam. We have neato floating platforms, but now I need craters because I didn't think that through. But we have craters. I just saw craters. Ha ha ha. Look at that. Okay, this needs to go down on like a 1. These are above the shadows. Why are they above the shadow? That's unhelpful. I need them below the shadow. Hmm. I mean, I guess it's underneath. Maybe we can colorize it. What if I color this thing a bit here? I think there's a way to do that. Color. Ah, ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Hey guys, look at me learning. We're doing great. We're gonna have to move that over. I should have done these first. We are doing all kinds of learning new tricks today, and I am so happy about it. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty solid, right? I think. Let's put some trees and stuff on there, maybe. I think I put these on number 4. We'll put little hills on them too or something. I just want to make sure that they look like they are natural formations. We'll definitely move the tower up, I think. Can I bring you to the front? Ah, we're gonna be like that, are we? Uh-huh. So what if I just do this and I copy it, break it, post it again? Same issue? Why won't you let me move its location in the layers? It's fine. I'll just do this, and it's not a problem anymore. Amazing. Working around issues, you know? There we are. So now we got a cool situation happening up here. Some kind of crazy magic of some kind. We have our regular place here. We have a regular place here. We have a crazy wizardy tower thing here. There's not like a whole ton to do for this one because it's a desert, right? Like I could definitely add an oasis. Maybe there's an oasis I can tack in because that would be pretty nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think this is fairly solid. Might add some bamboo trees over there on this area, make it look a little more. Oh, guys. This is intense. Let's look for an oasis, shall we? And gal. Oh, yeah, guys and gals. It took me a whole hot second to figure out what you're talking about there. I'm doing all right. I don't see an oasis here. I see a whirlpool. That's not helpful though. Mmm. I do not see oases, which is much sorrow. Maybe there's something else I can do. I see some cool crystals. I don't know what we could do with these. Maybe we made them tiny enough. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, I have no idea how these are going to tie in, but I like the idea of crystals. So I'm going to add them. Add in a little bit of yellow crystal. Make it look a little bit more varied than just red everywhere. Not that the red crystal ain't bad looking, but I'm definitely more on board with keeping it a little more varied. Yeah, that'll do. Well, now that's a distinct section. It's got crystals, it's got floating islands, it's a different colored of desert, so maybe there's like some sort of magic or science happening up here. And it makes it really difficult for people to go up the path to region 1 that way. Not impossible. Let's make sure we add up a little bit of road in here. So, to the catalog, to the cobblestone. I think I just used like a darker gray in lieu of an actual cobblestone. Do I like that, or does that just look ugly? That looks kind of ugly. I think maybe I'll just change it to a different colored sand. Maybe a darker sand. What is this? That is not sand. That is a rock garden. That is unhelpful. This will do. It's subtly different. Just enough to show a road, not enough to break the immersion of it being a desert. It's more like it's compacted. And then we'll have to make sure to put a beach into place. But otherwise, I'd say that looks fairly good. Yeah, there we go. It's not a whole lot on a desert, but it is a transition point, right? So it needs to be a little different. And you can see that from up here too, which is nice. We are going to take the regular desert look. We're going to add a little bit of beach to the edges here. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice actually. Put a little tiny beach on these guys. You know, I picked out this playlist and it is pretty solid. It's DMCA free, but it's not. I obviously don't record it on my VODs, but like, it sounds pretty good so far. All right, let's clean up this edge right here. Nope. I want to subtract, not add. Basically doing that. We're just going to shuffle everybody over just like the tiniest of touches so they don't stick out over the edge. Let's go ahead and do this. Make it look a little less chunky. Chunky monkey and all that, you know? I gotta fix the edging on it now. There we are. I think I'd like to add something else in here to make it a little bit more ooky spooky. But otherwise, I don't think there is a lot that we can necessarily do here. This map is very simple. Nah. I wanna like that idea there, but I don't think we have a purpose for it yet. So I think adding something in the center isn't necessarily useful. But what I am going to do is clean up these islands a little bit, and then I think we're pretty much done. This is probably one of the simpler maps I've made. Not that that's a bad thing, it is just a simple map. Okay. Now that we have a space for our civilization, why don't we go ahead and drop down some docks first? They're going to be semi-large docks. It's a coastal city. It should have some good docks, but it's not a metropolis and should not have such insane docks. I think that should be plenty. We'll even put one on the other side. Like so. Where's the tiny cave snuggled in the mountains that makes player wants to go explore it when they see the map? I should add those. This map is very simple. Um, I don't necessarily have lore on it yet, but we can make that. I like these caves. These are cool looking. But then you got the rocky one. Doesn't quite match the color, but I could probably hue match it. Let's move this stuff out of the way first. That's pretty close. Make the blend mode luminosity. Whoa. Hot damn, that's spot on. That is a really cool cave. Let me make it look like it's going into an entire complex. Reset the color scheme. Okay. That looks like it matches to me. I'm on board. Oh, hey, Ryan, what do you think of these? I tried to make like a floating island vibe. They could probably be done better, but I like them as they are. It's simple and it's not crazy because I want the players to have to come over here and explore it somehow. I have not figured that portion out because we haven't actually decided what anything is yet. But I think it's coming along. We got our little desert town. These docks are too big in comparison. That should match. They're still a little big. What size did I make you guys? 75? Okay, there we go. Okay. Now we gotta make our little tropical space here. Desert, Dwarven, Eastern, Elvish. I think we're just looking for human. I feel like there are different buildings than there used to be in here. Hmm. Welcome in the Night's Wrath. I hope your Wednesday is going good. I'm doing pretty good. We're working on. I'm gonna zoom it out. I have a big world map, and we're working on one of 5 regions in that world map. Like I cut it out of the main map, and now we're kind of diving into it. This one happens to be the desert slash Greek Isle kind of vibe. Um, so yeah, we're kind of working it. This is a very there's not a whole lot to do with a desert because it's a desert. Like I want to do more, but like it's a desert. So, you know, we're just here. Thank you. I appreciate it. 50 is so small for these. My face is covered. What is my face covered by? Where is Discord? Yep. That was fun. I just had somebody join my live channel that probably shouldn't have joined my live channel at the time. I don't think they have a microphone, so otherwise they'd be welcome to hang out. I think these are a bit too small now. Yeah, thank you for the setup stuff there. I appreciate it. And for the follow. That is always appreciated for sure. We're going through all this stuff. We're building a whole homebrew world. I'll have to give you the whole rundown. But yeah, it's looking pretty great so far, and it's used for all my professional campaigns, etc., etc. Self plug. I have a website. I do this professionally. Gotta plug it. But so do you play a lot of D&D there, Wrath? At least once a week? Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear here. D&D. What do you generally play? We're doing 5e currently. Um, I'm trying out the 2024 rules with my most recent campaign, so that is its own interesting learning experience. Everything in there is kind of weird if you're comparing it to not 2024. I play mostly these days, but I DM'd in the past too. Yeah, cheers. DMing is its own thing for sure. 5e as well. Haven't even looked into. I've also not really looked too deeply into it. For the new campaign, we decided to make our characters, or we decided that for the players who are all new themselves, we opted to try the 2024 rules and see how it goes. So far it's good, but I have a rogue and they are already broken. They can put out like 3 attacks at level 3, and you tack on some sneak attack and you tack on some other stuff. It gets spicy so fast at level 3. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, oh, the cleric. I think it was healing word. Healing word. It heals everybody and provides a short rest for all party members with the use of a second level spell. It is insane. I mean, it's weird, man. It's real weird. It's gonna be great for them because they're new. I think it was healing word. Now I want to double check. Hang on. Let me schmooze over there real quick, and I want to take a look. Collections, campaigns. Here we go. Mads. I gotta pull up the actual character sheet so I can find it. Oh no, I apologize. It was not healing word. It was prayer of healing, which regains 2d8 HP or hit dice. Sorry, it regains 2d8 hit points per creature, up to 5 creatures within 30 feet. And they get all the benefits of a short rest. Which is super spicy. If you're getting the benefits of a short rest and say you have a party of warlocks, that's just instantaneous extra spells. Shit like that. It's a good time. What was I in here for? I don't remember why I went in here. It's fine. Oh man, I'm just trying to think how you plan encounters for that sort of thing. Like, line between being a challenge for the players but not straight up killing them was always a challenge. Now you add in low level, hard hitting characters. Yeah. I mean, my encounters tend to be, if it's too hard, like I'll cut a little bit of the HP or something from the mob just to give the players a better shot at winning. Or if it's too weak, I might have reinforcements show up or something. But it's difficult to some extent. That being said, I'm definitely more of a story centric DM, so I'm more like, hey, if that sounds really cool, let's do it. The rules can be bent a little bit here. It's fine. That's the way to do it, man. I think the story centric stuff is definitely my favorite. What am I even in here for, guys? I'm just scrolling around in the assets. Maybe I'm just waiting for inspiration. uh you know what? Let's put some boats down. We'll get something going here. Hang on. Wait, I need the boats that don't have the sails. All right, I gotta go to catalog. Feel like combat encounters have always felt pretty balanced. Done a good job with that. Thanks, Sal. I appreciate you. The lawyer players don't like being at my table. My go-to is if you can justify it, I'll let you try it. That's valid. You got to be able to justify it. It can't be something super obnoxious, and it can't break the rules blatantly. But as long as it's like a feasible thing you're doing, yeah, sure. I think that sounds fun. As long as people are on board with with that idea, like I've had to be really particular about my statement like, "Hey, I don't know all the rules offhands. Like I just don't. And I don't know if that's even physically possible without playing it for 80 billion years and just knowing, right? But I would rather have the players feel cool and accomplished because they did something amazing, right? Because that to me sounds like a better use or a better experience for everybody involved. Kind of talking out of my ass, but like that's my sentiment anyway. I'm excited for Friday. Ready for Honor Mode of Ernest. I'm excited for Friday too. That's gonna be super exciting. Mr. Ryan here is running a D&D session for me locally. We have a group that plays in person. Unfortunately, I don't really have the equipment to stream it, or I probably would. Um, but that's gonna be really fun. I'm pretty excited for that. I jump over the building. Okay. How? Like you're a wizard and you don't just have a spell for that. So no, yeah, that makes sense to me. Like they have to if they cast. Oh God, there's the name for that spell, but I can't remember. The one that makes you go jump, Longstrider maybe. I can't remember. Like if you do that maybe, or if you're a monk and you're like wall jumping your way up a building, sure that could make sense to me even. But it's got to make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then we're not doing that. Is it literally called jump? No shit. Now what does Longstrider do then? Shit. Does Longstrider just make you move really fast? Am I mixing that up? Longstrider's a speedy one, ain't it? Maybe, probably. I do think that'd be pretty pog to stream the IRL ones, but definitely not quite there. We'll get there one day, maybe. Jump. Oh, plus 10 movement speed for 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, that's well, I was definitely wrong about that, but that's okay. See, you can't know all the rules, guys. We just went over this. But as long as you're having fun, it's all I care about, honestly. I think early on I tried to be a little bit more rulesy, but like eventually I just stopped caring. Because if you spend the whole session digging around in the book, like that's not entertaining, right? Oh, hey Wraith, do you mind if I ask you how you found me? I've been putting feelers out in different places, so I'm interested to see where you found me at, or if you just happened to stumble on me via Twitch, which is also fine. But like, I'm interested. And putting feelers out on your mom. Lol. Ooh, thanks for the water. I do need to drink some more. I love that DVD thing. Oh, that's interesting. Was the DVD going behind the hydrate bit? Because it's technically just a big green screen. That's funny. We're gonna test things. Hang on. Oh, it's on cooldown. We'll test it in 5 minutes. I'm sure there's an easy way to reset the cooldown, and I'm sure I don't know what it is. You know? All right, we got our little tropical port town right here. But yeah, I'm really excited for Friday, Mr. Ryan. I gotta see if I need to bring anything for tacos, or maybe I'll just bring something on the side. Oh yeah, that looks pretty great. Shouldn't you have overrides as a streamer? I know you would think, but no. With Mix It Up's like, nah, son, you can't be using none of that stuff without my permission. I'm like, bitch, what? I really wanted to like this lighter dirt as a road here, but it doesn't look good, so I'm gonna trade it out. Actually, this looks pretty solid. I could work with this. Yeah, you'd think I'd just be able to do things, but no. I have to adhere to Mix It Up's terms of service. Lol. How's your day going, Sal? What you up to? Anything interesting? You at work right now? Am working. Yeah, I feel you. Miss Sal. Work, work, work. Well, that sounds like a delightful time. I've been applying for some places. Um, However, why is it such a hard line? Stop being such a hard line. That's better. I'm not really getting too far with it. plenty of rejections. So we'll see. I'll keep doing it. We'll get through one day. Mind you, I guess some of them I kind of went like, yeah, I totally did that, and probably wasn't applicable, but I apply for the stuff that is applicable and I don't get it, so I figured why not apply for the stuff that's not. Ugh, this is kind of looking a little shoddy and I don't care for it. Maybe I should have left it. Maybe it was better with the other one. All right, we're gonna scrap that whole thing. I don't like it. It's going away. I'll fix the shoreline. This is not Lorehaven. So we're actually working on a new region. We're working on region 3. So nothing here has any names or any lore at all yet. That reminds me, I need to finish watching the episodes. Yeah, Lorehaven is part of region 5. This is technically region 3, which is the desert and Greek Isles. Probably my next world building session. As my goal today was to kind of get the map itself pretty much done. And then we're gonna come back and we can do little changes on the map as needed. But like we have this big city here, we've got a big city right here. We have whatever the fuck is happening here with crystals, dead trees, different colored sand, and floating islands and a wizard tower. I don't know what's gonna go here. We got a big cave per Ryan's request, which is actually a pretty great feature. And then we have a little like a border town that goes into the Asian inspired region, which is still undone. So really this region specifically feels a lot smaller than the other ones because there's just not a lot obviously happening here. I think what we might end up doing with this region, this might be more of city play rather than like region play. So for example, like the archipelago that the wives are playing in, there's a whole bunch of different places and they can kind of go all over them. But in this one, there's just a lot of dead space. And it's dead space because it's supposed to be dead space. But maybe there's something hidden in here. Maybe there's like small encampments of fanatical desert people who praise the worms or something. Who knows? We'll figure it out. That's what next week is for. But this week, I'm going to kind of clean up the edges of the water because I would like to have uh, some like lighter water on the edges for reefs and stuff. Like so. Kind of give it a bit of depth here. All these waters would be a little like that. Yo, Mandy! Welcome in! Oh my god, y'all, today is the day!
Wobbledy Wednesday.
Woobity Wednesday. Woobity Wednesday! What's up, Mandy? I'm doing pretty good. I can't really complain too much. Just kind of cleaning up Region 3. Oh, yeah, we're on Region 3 right now. Am good, very tired, but I am finally done. Congratulations! I'm very excited to see the finalized pictures. I don't know if they're posted yet. I've been streaming. Let me go look here. Everything but the wig, I think, right? Because it looks really good so far. Ooh, you got choreography? Hell yeah. I see, I see, I see. I get access to my wig on Friday. Good stuff. I'm really excited for you. That's going to be such a good time. I don't know if I like this green here. I don't like it. I wanted to like it. I don't like it. Maybe we put it up in this area. That could work. Still kind of don't like it though. Oh yeah, man. Me and my scene partner will be competing in a performance competition, and you're gonna have it recorded, right? So the rest of us plebeians can see it. Yeah, that's exciting. Oh, that's so cool. Can make no promises for the quality. That's valid. I'll appreciate any level of recording that can be provided. Because I like to support. I'm very excited for you. I'm super stoked. I hope you have such a great time. In fact, I know you're going to have a good time. I have no doubts. This is my first con, so I'm going to go hog wild. That's awesome. You're going to have to tell me all about it because I've not been to a con. I've been to like miniature ones, but not a con for sure. I've been to like an art one, and that was super cool, honestly. I got some cool art, and I got to meet the voice of Mario, and the voice of Bowser, and the voice of Peach, and I got a picture of me and my wife with the voice of Mario. I'm trying to remember his name. Martinet, Martini, Martin something. He's super cool. He's so sweet and nice. He was so cool. Worldbuilding's going good. Today we're gonna finish the map, and then next week, same time. Martio. Next week, same time, we're going to go through and start doing up the lore for this. So if you happen to be around and you want to sit in on that one, you're welcome to VC it with me. But I understand you might not be around, and that is okay. Calendar marked. Bet. We've all. So I can always use your keen mind for these learning, building, starting area sessions. Also, I am likely to be sick after the con, so That's valid, man. It's a con. Like, that's a lot going on. I made a rhyme. I didn't mean to. Just sick from like the travel. Minus this little bit over here. I actually don't think there's a whole lot more I can necessarily do to this map. Not without a little bit more context for the map and like all that stuff. So I think I might add one of these traditional little compasses. Because every map has to have a compass somewhere. This one's gonna go here. Maybe here? Let's put it here. Wait, where do I want the name? Maybe the name goes up here. Maybe the name should go down here. We'll make the compass a little smaller and put it over there. Gotta get some borders. So apparently it's super common to get sick during AfterCon just due to how many people there are and the intense time of focus that comes before you can finally relax. Yeah, big shifts in behavior and like situation. That tracks for sure. I mean, I had to move at one point. I had to move across the country a little bit and shift to like an 80-hour work week for 3 months. It was an amazing time and all that. Um, but I ended up getting walking pneumonia and a whole bunch of shit. So I totally get it. Hopefully it's not anywhere near that bad. Yeah, apparently well, cuz I was in a different state and I have state health care, which is trash first off, but it doesn't transfer to other states, so you have to find a provider who takes it. And my brain has stopped entirely working. That was a full stop. So anyway, I talked to the provider and it was like after 3 weeks of having this walking pneumonia, thinking it was a cold and it would go away. And no, American healthcare is god awful. And he's like, no, you should have gone to the hospital like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, cool. Could you just give me some antibiotics so I don't have to do that? Oh man, it's fucking nutty. Thanks for the H2O snack. How's your day going? But yeah, it's the healthcare is abomination. Absolutely. Snack will tell you. We both know. Please, I can't afford to be kept alive. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the memes are everywhere. It's like, please make sure to ask the person if they would prefer dying rather than uh have an ambulance called. Like, also, hello, I'm better now with food. Yay, you have food. I'm so excited for you. Um, yeah, no, I bold eyebrow raise when legitimately, I will not go to the doctor or to a hospital unless like I am really dying. A hospital specifically, because the last time we went to a hospital, my wife was experiencing an allergic reaction. Um, and they didn't get to us for about 8 hours. And at that point, the reaction had gone away, and then they kept us not under monitoring, just they never got to us for another like 3 hours. And by the time they finally got to us, it had gone away. Like it had passed through her system. Um, they gave us some fucking Tylenol, and we're like, "Yeah, go home." Like, thanks for that. I will definitely not ever come back unless I'm physically dying. This is just one story too. Uh, where are we at here? I missed a lot. Rock eyebrow meme, bold emote win. I really gotta when I order my emotes, and I am definitely gonna refer to all these emotes you have handy. I saw a really cool video though by a therapist who's refusing to work for money, isn't treating Latinos, Latinese. I don't know. She supports herself 100% in donations from patients. I was like, what is this word? See, I appreciate that she's doing that, but 100% donations is hard to sustain, right? Like it's not a sustaining option necessarily. Depending on the goodwill of the general public, even if the general public truly appreciates you, is hard because as much as people want to give money, like there's so many people I want to support, but I don't have that kind of money. I can't be supporting people like that, you know? Oh my god, thanks for nothing. Wait, would I make it and use my templates on this? Looks at snack with an eyebrow. Which is insane, but goddamn, that is amazing. Yes, I agree. Wow, thanks for nothing. Patience wasn't working. Wording. Bold goose. Oh yes, I need a bold goose. I really need a bold goose. Yeah, no, she's living on the edge. Like if she's away from TikTok for a week, she has nothing. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate that it's built that way. You know what I mean? Like I wish it was a little bit more feasible to just do something good for others that I want to do because I want to do these things, right? Like so I get it. Ah no, let me select the thing. No. Crap. There we go. A boost. Hey, what's up, Gabby? I'm doing today. I'm doing very well. How are you doing? What you up to? How's life? We're talking about the American healthcare system. It's not good. Bold derp emote plus goose gritty for boulder p gritty. Oh my Jesus. Imagine if the state would pay the professionals to care for their patients and keep the population alive. That's crazy. Yo, I can't even fathom having that kind of health care, you know? Maybe one day. Gabby's tired. No, Gabby, no, don't be tired. I mean, be tired. I don't know what you were doing, but like, I hope you become less tired, whether that's through sleep or relaxation. Yeah, why is it control? It's so unintuitive. Nope. Yeah, the way having American friends just makes me want to ship everyone to Europe, but sadly, it's not feasible. No, unfortunately, it is not feasible. But I was looking at legitimately, there's like a program in Sweden, I want to say. That's like as long as you're under 40, you can move there and they give you some starter money and you get like healthcare and shit. And honestly, I was very much looking at that because like even just a tiny bit of starter money, I could do stuff. I will work my ass off. I just don't get anywhere here, and it sucks. No, it's all askew by like 1 inch. We'll just fix it this way. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. I have VA insurance, so I get really good coverage except teeth. That's actually pretty nice. Did you have a lot of problems with the VA? Because I know that is a rather big issue for some of the veterans that I know, where they just do not get the kind of assistance they require. Or it's a lot of like they just shove it off as if there's nothing wrong. But I mean, everybody has their. Some people don't speak up enough about what they need, so like I kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, our system is flawed too, but at least we don't go bankrupt from taking an ambulance. Yo, for real. I never, I've never taken an ambulance. The shit's expensive. I will drive myself on broken feet before I take an ambulance. If you find that link again, because James is genuinely hoping to move here or to Norway. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it somewhere. I'm sure it'll pop up at some point. I'll let you know. I did not sleep well. Gabby, no. She'll gather my remaining energy and send it to you, yeah. I want to prep Curse of Strahd. Ayo. Twitch doesn't like your message. I didn't see any message that got kicked or banned or anything. What happened to your message, Snack? Or messages? There was more than one? My dad is 100 via VA disabled. So he's really well covered. Oh, he's got 100% coverage. That's great. I mean, to get 100% coverage is probably not great, but having the coverage is great. So, like, you know. Glad he's being supported. I need to prep too. So you're prepping for Curse of Strahd. Do you have a group you're playing with? Who is Perla? Perla is an asshole. We don't like Perla. Keeps failing to send. I don't know. Did you put a limit on us? I mean, actually, you're a mod. You'd be able to see if I put a limit on somebody, right? Dude, I keep getting that bug too. The send button just stops working. That's really weird. I have not experienced this, but it must be a thing. He has one lung. Does he need to use like breathing machine? Also, these are very invasive questions, so feel free to not answer them if you are uncomfortable doing so. We can absolutely move on. That's not an issue. from exposures to nasty stuff giving him cancer. Yeah, that sounds about right. That always seems to be the thing. Asbestos. Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. Well, at least he's got full coverage. I just don't want to hear about my ERS story. I want to hear about your ERS story. That sounds entertaining. But who? But who? It's Perla. We don't like Perla. That's all. I can't. So excited for next week. When the con is done, I can just go ham on D&D and crafting one shots. Yes. Yes, please craft them in the D&D channel, and I got to start putting more in there myself. And together, we shall make the D&D channel explode. Not really. It was painful and COVID related. COVID's rough, man. I mean, I'm sure I've told that story, but I've had it 3 times. It's brutal, depending on your physiology. I was bedridden for a week. Yeah, that sounds about right. 3, like badly 3 times. Yeah. Um, short story. Well, long story short. My wife and I were caretakers for her grandmother for about 15 years, give or take. And I love her. She passed away a couple summers ago. But this woman would literally touch everything and put everything in her mouth. And she would get sick a lot. So she picked up everything really easily and ended up getting COVID in January of 2020 before it was officially COVID, before anybody knew what it was. Nobody knew what it was yet. She ended up having to do like therapy. It was a whole thing. So anyway, yeah, it passed on to myself, my wife, and we also live with my wife's brother. So we all got it. He had it for like a week, and it was just a bad cold for him. I had it for a couple of weeks, and for me, I felt like literal death. And my wife was down for almost an entire month, of like just she couldn't even function. Um, it has in the 3 times I've had it, each time has successively gotten less intense. Not to say it wasn't easy or chill, but it got less intense. But I would not wish that on anybody because God, it sucks. My aunt-in-law has post-COVID so badly that they're literally crowdfunding to get experimental treatments in Germany because Swedish healthcare can just do nothing for her. Yo, that's rough. So she's got like long COVID. I think that's what it's called, right? Man, COVID discriminates so hard between people. It really does, because some people have it for like 2 or 3 days and they're good. They're like, oh yeah, I had a little cough or I didn't even feel anything. And then some people are like, I am death incarnate. I had the weirdest random encounter background. My dad's dad owned a car lot that was really progressive for its time. Someone at the store asked for my full name to look up a book shipment. And an old black man who asked if I was related to guy from blank auto. I said yes. He told me what a great guy he was, and he hired single black woman when no one did, and did him and his family right, and gave me a hug. Oh, that's so cool. That does sound like a crazy happenstance encounter. Okay, that's a lot of context. That's amazing. Actually, that is a really that's a sweet human kind of story, like humanizing, restoring faith in humanity kind of vibes. Because I don't have a whole lot of that these days. That's a really nice story. Thank you for sharing that, Gabby. I appreciate it. It's nice to hear stuff, just good stuff, you know? That's probably why I lean so hard into the D&D, so I can have cool fantasy stuff. It was at a TTRPG, so of course it was. That makes it even better. All right, there's this. Let's see. Long COVID, yeah, neck pains, light and sound sensitivities, no energy, hurts to breathe, and she used to be one of the fittest people I knew. Yeah, that all sounds exactly like COVID. Did she get to keep her taste buds? That's always a fun question. Because my taste buds went away for about a week. My wife's went away for almost the whole month. We were actually concerned she wouldn't have them anymore. Um, by the way, what we making? We making region 3 um, of the big map. So this is the desert and the Greek island. I just felt like changing it up because we've been focused really heavily on region 1 and region 5. So I thought I'd take over the next couple of weeks, we're going to take each region and give it at least like a base map and a base like lore. So we'll name the cities and give them like some level of what exactly they are. Because that way they could be tied in as like rumor pieces to the rest of the worlds. So yeah, region 3. This one's a desert, so it's mostly desert, and I don't really have a lot to do in this space. I was asking about a 5e Dungeon Master Guide. Nice. Yeah, Dungeon Master Guide. I actually never asked about that one specifically. Oh, the taste buds bit? Yeah, that's weird when your taste buds are just gone. Hey, what's up? J Rain, I believe. Whole new world. Yeah. Whole brand new world. We're just baking some stuff and chatting it out, talking about COVID and healthcare, apparently. How's your day going? What you up to? You like D&D? I do a lot of D&D. That's why I ask. Anyway, lost my sense of smell and got all of it back, except for one smell. One smell? The one thing that still smells weird? Steam. Fucking water, dude. You know, water definitely has a smell. I don't know if like you go hiking. Okay, maybe it's just out here in the desert, but if I go hiking and I don't have enough water for whatever reason, I usually have more than enough, but like maybe I'm just getting real thirsty. I can smell water real easy because it's so damn dry. So if you smell water, you are near water. That is it. It's different than being in like a wooded area or something that retains a bit of moisture because it's so hot and it's weird. But yeah, you should make it all underground for the desert thingy. Oh, that's not a bad idea at all. There could be a whole. Guys, hang on, wait, wait. Damn it, Snack, why are you like this? Let me. It's not gonna be under hole, right? No, of course it wouldn't be under hole. Why would it be under hole? Why would that's gonna make me look for it? It's fine. Okay, so we've got a big crater here in the center. I like this idea. I think maybe some little craters around as well. And this adds something to the center of this damn area, which is what I was trying to think of anyway. That's too many. Okay, we'll keep it there. I think this many is fine. I think you can go away. You can move over here. You can go here. You can go here. We're gonna pull you guys over this way. You that way. We're gonna shuffle you guys a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna double it, put you there. I'm gonna put this over here. The bush. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 What else do I want in this? So the question that I'm running into is there a small like research facility at this location or is it a fairly new addition to the map? Cuz that explain. Okay. Okay. Um let's say
The App Sciences research
oh,
team would like to remind all personnel to vote on the annual Fresh Baked Apple Pie recipe. Those who don't shall be tossed to the turret testing facility.
Rasai. Where's the voting and I'll go vote. Anyway, my brain. Um this music is distracting. Next music. So, my question is at the start of, let's say we are beginning the campaign in Region 3, whatever that might be. Is that like right as everybody gets together? That's when this big chasm opens up. And so half of this map is above ground. And because this map isn't inherently huge, we take Sunny's idea of doing stuff underground. And this is the entry point to maybe some kind of equivalent to the Underdark. There's also a cave over here, which we could double down with that too. I think I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. That gives this region like two maps at that point. They are two entirely different places though. Ooh, this is neat. This is very neat. What a good idea. Virtual high five, Snack. Thank you so much for these ideas. A light sensitive people's haven. Hmm. Or for anyone who can't take the heat of the desert. I was trying to remember the lore on the Tooth Fairy people because I feel like they lived in a mountain or like underground or something, if I recall, but I can't remember because they were because they're essentially they're metallologist elves. So this could fit in to that entire idea. I like that idea so much. I have yoinked a bad
Hello?
idea gremlin.
Oh god, there's two now. Hold on. I had you double playing in my ears. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like covering your mouth.
I know, I'm
That's
trying to move you.
more accurate, actually.
There's two of you now. Hang on.
Oh, there is two of me. I'm just like between everyone at the bottom. It's fine.
There, I put you on top of my head. It's
Ha.
fine. This is generally your spot anyway, I think, right?
This is true. I am the Ratatouille. I am the Remy on top pulls hair, Mr. Dion.
Okay, remind me. Let's talk about your tooth fairy people. Did they live
Yes.
underground? I feel like they lived underground.
They primarily lived in a mountain that is also home to a dragon.
Yeah.
But they lived primarily underground within a mountain specifically.
So,
And
this looks like an underground mountain over here. And there could be a dragon here. And then this could be maybe where some problems are arriving. But it's still underground, but they're just spilling out here. I don't know if you get my drift.
I do. However, because the elves are very not intertwined with the rest of society, of their normal society, other than the collectors that go out. So they
That's
are
true.
fairly like cut off on purpose from the rest of everything else. So
Isolated, yeah.
Yeah, so they're very isolated. So I feel like if there was anything connecting them to a specific Underdark place, it would have to be like a very small, like, haha, hee hee, we found a funny little back door. Kind of thing, rather than a like, yes, this opens up and it is part of the whole thing. Unless we want to like mildly adjust them to have them be more interacting with like Underdark folk, or if they just have like a generalized like cut off area within like they isolated themselves, kind of like have a big scary door kind of thing of just like, you don't go the fuck in there. There's crazy people with teeth in there.
I think we could do either way. And it doesn't have to include the Tooth Fairy people. But that was an idea. I do like the idea, however.
I do have a thought though. I
Had a
think thought.
Throw it. What's your idea?
You know how in funny Baldur's Gate, when you go into the Underdark, there are fucking glowy mushrooms everywhere.
Yeah.
What if instead, because this is in the desert, you had glowy cacti?
Yeah, all right.
So, like, it's like you see this beautiful, delicious fruit like hanging off of something, or like you see like these fun plants, and you're just like, "Ooh, what's?" And then you fucking touch it, and it's spiky. Anyways, cacti glowing.
Glowing cacti, crazy shit underground.
Yes,
The underground, this is going to be a whole nother map of the same size at this point.
Mactus.
Mactuses.
Cactus. Yeah.
I'm going to have custom assets for this. This is going to be great. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I was right on the edge of being like, all right, I think we've done enough today, and then that.
And then I arrived.
Ah!
And then, wait, hold on. I have an emote for this. I have an emote.
I'm so excited for the emote.
Me.
Yeah, that tracks.
And then I arrive, and I'm gonna be
Bam!
like, Mr. DM, I have ideas.
Make them functionally work. Go.
Yeah, it's your job to make my stupid work.
But it's not stupid. It's just cool. You just gotta work it. I don't think
Oh
there's a
my
lot more
god,
to
I just
do to
had a
this.
funny idea. Oh my god, I had an
God
idea.
damn it. What do you got?
Son of a bitch. Okay. We all
Okay.
know hourglasses, right? We all know the funny little sand things. You flip them back and
What
forth. It
what what
counts
is
as
it? I'm sorry, for those of us who don't know what it is, what is an hourglass?
an hour. The little if it's got the sand inside, and it goes between the two thingies.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Moving on.
I can't describe things. Only idea. Anyways, um, okay, but like you have the hourglass, you have hourglasses, and like all kinds of like I feel like there's always lore somewhere, somehow, about sands of time and blah blah blah, or something along those lines.
Right,
Something
yeah.
goofy, something silly. But because you have a giant fucking crater in the middle, what if whatever story plot thingy that you have going on, there's like the entire desert is like in the upper and the lower is like an hourglass. So at that specific crater part that's awkwardly getting larger, maybe it started out as a little hole. Maybe it was normally a little hole. Maybe there's just naturally a hole there where the sand from the desert just kind of went in. But it's just kind of a weird continuous thing. But then if you're in the Underdark, all the sand, if there's like sand piles or anything and like large holes, the sand goes up to the surface. So it rotates kind of thing. Or just like, blah, 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 blah. But now the crater is really big, and now the sand is rapidly falling into the Underdark, and now you have a problem of the Underdark potentially getting flooded out by sand, and the top layer no longer having sand, and it just being even more desolate than it was before because it can't sustain anything. And they have to fix it.
That's a really neat plug, actually. I like it. I think you could do a lot with that.
Yeah. Anyways, here
Of
you
like
go. Here's the base idea. Run with it.
roll with it. I'm
Your
like
turn.
trying to functionally think of how that would work. Because there would
I came
have to
home, I ate
be
food, and now I'm wee.
whee. I think I'm gonna note hourglass desert, and then we're gonna figure that out. Okay. I don't know what to do
Banana.
with that.
Hi, wife. I love you,
Hannah's
wife.
back.
Banana's back.
Banana's back. All right. Okay, so we have a cool cave going into this mountain range. We have a chasm that goes underground into an Underdark-esque vibe with
Is it tacos?
cactrooms, functus. Boy, I could go for some tacos. Actually, those sound so good.
I'm planning on tacos tomorrow in my taco
Tacos
place.
on Friday. I gotta see if
I
I
get
need to bring
paid
stuff for
tomorrow.
tacos. Ooh, money is good.
Yeah, money is very good. I get paid tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it.
How's the increased pay been?
Well, this is only my second paycheck on it. Uh, and like the first one was slightly like lower than what it's normally gonna be at, just
Mm,
because like my start date.
mm.
But like I was showing Anna and Shy the differences in my paycheck because currently mine I haven't done my elections yet for anything for like insurances or that. I'm kind of like waiting to the last possible second
Right.
so I can get like the most money out of like my paychecks normally. Um yeah, it literally like my old paychecks were like just a smidge over 1,000 biweekly, which
Yee,
in the state of New York,
that's not enough for New York.
that's not really a lot to be living off of. And I've been sustaining off of that for some time and like barely scraping by. But now the paycheck that like I'm currently getting tomorrow is more, just a smidge more than double what I would bring home in a single pay period at my old job. So
That's a huge boost.
it's a huge boost. I can pay my bills, I can pay my rent, I can have money for food and transportation and not have to pick between the two.
That's nice. That's always a
Yeah,
plus. I like not having to pick between starvation and transportation.
yeah. It's really great, honestly. I'm paying off as much shit as I can. It's great.
Props. I'm really happy for you then. I know it was a big
Yeah.
boost, so
It was a big
yo.
boost.
You
It's
should
a
get
soul
some
knife,
not
bro.
stale pretzels, Anna. Also, yeah, Anna's a
Man,
soul
I thought
knife.
those pretzels were gone already.
Very slowly taking it. Imagine being able to sustain yourself, right? I'm so happy. Yeah, she's a soul knife rogue who is also the bard without being the bard, just like you.
Yeah, and then I'm the cock block.
Oh my god, that hurt so much to be watching. It was so good. My heart goes out to Anna and the physical pain of that. Oh yeah, we can't talk about it yet. Sal's watching it. She's not
So
finished yet. You'll see the end of episode 2.
I hope you enjoy my stupid and my complete and utter I don't know what's happening 95%
Oh
of the time
man, that was
character.
rough. So now go watch right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
It has been brought to corporate attention that the mass voting email has been flagged as spam. In regards to this, don't do that.
Do
Well,
it,
not
Mandy.
spam. What's
There's a high
happening?
bar.
I'm getting caught up.
Mandy's gonna
I'm going. I'm going. Maybe we can watch it on the train tomorrow. You totally should. You'll
You
get
should.
about
You
8
should.
hours of content.
Yeah. Or you could be really fun and then listen to it at 2 times speed and then come back as fast as possible to tell
That
us what you
too.
think.
I think double speed would be really entertaining, honestly. I'm gonna hit
You
save.
can hear and then die extra fast.
It's just internally. It got brought up. Where did it get brought up? Oh man, the description for the second video. Oh, I wrote it and I was like, this is beautiful.
Still a mod. Let's go.
Look at you go. I cooked on it. I really did. I was writing it and I was like, I need to include this in some capacity. Heyo. Remember bare as it is.
Annie thief.
Panty thieves. They're everywhere.
Literally.
What time is it? I gotta look at it. We've been doing this a while. Hot damn.
You've been here for a minute.
I've been here for a minute. It's been nice.
Like, I came home and you were still going, and I was like, yeah, I didn't miss it.
I didn't miss it. Yeah, but I like this earlier time because it doesn't interfere with like dinner prep and stuff. It's been really good
Yeah.
for me. Plus, I get a couple of people that are very far away from here who get to enjoy the world building as well.
Yay, international friends.
Yay! It's so funny when I'm talking to people, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, my friend who lives in like Sweden or something,"
I
and they're
know,
like,
right?
"What?" Like, yeah, I have a friend who lives in Sweden.
Trying
I
to
got
explain to people, be like, I have friends that live in various countries. And be like, yeah, no, I have this friend in Singapore. I have this friend in
Mhm.
wherever the fuck part of the world. And they're like, how do you know these people? That's always my mother's question.
It's the
And
internet,
be
you
like,
know.
where's so and so from? And be like, names a random city in a random country. And my
Yep.
mom's like, how do you know them? Like, the internet.
The interwebs. The thing that always gets other people is like I don't necessarily know everybody's real name. So some people I literally call by screen name and they're like, "That's a weird name." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's probably not
Right.
their real fucking name." No shit. Can't think of
Like,
one right now.
well, I mean, sometimes they're just called banana. Like, my banana.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I love that you got flagged for slut.
yeah.
I'll allow it, though.
I already did. Oh, add permitted terms, sluts. Amazing. I wanna close the map. I think I'm good on the map. I am happy. I am
For now.
for now. Click. We're gonna go to this cool background that I made. Well, that I adjusted. I had this made way back when I started streaming. But I made the little spinny thing. And I like the little spinny thing.
Spinny thing.
Spinny
Spinny thing is
thing!
cool.
The internet is cool for connecting with people. It really is, honestly. I really enjoy the community that we've developed. Which is it's crazy how quickly it spreads too, because like I don't know, we have so many people we all know. Just one giant big connection of people. Oh, this seems crazy
Yeah.
to me.
Craziness.
We're a hive mind. Yeah. Where are we at? What do we want to do?
I don't know. What
It
are we
is
doing?
3:50 for me. What am I doing? I got to time out how long it's going to take me to prep food and cook it for a. No, we got time. We
What are
got
you
time.
making?
I'm gonna be making some baked potatoes. Some like
Oh,
little. Sorry,
yeah.
not baked. Not baked. That's the wrong. I mean, they are baked, but I'm gonna roast
Yeah.
potatoes. I'm going to make some green beans, some fresh green beans, and I'm going to
Ooh.
bake chicken thigh with some fresh rosemary.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna be delicious.
Nice.
Debating if I want to like, because the roasting will take about an hour. So 5. The baking will take an extended period of time because now I'm doing roasting. So yeah, actually, this would be a good. This is a good time to wrap up the stream then, because I'm gonna go and start that. That's gonna take a good like hour and a half.
You
Oh,
don't just shove everything in the oven?
nah, I gotta prep it. Gotta
Well, I
cut
mean,
it. Gotta put it all in there. Get it all like with some nice oil. Oh gosh, I'm getting booed. Why am I getting booed? I didn't do anything.
you're leaving us
Oh
unsupervised.
god.
You know how
I would
dangerous that
take you
is?
with me. I need those glasses. The ones you can wear that like you can stream with. That'd be cool.
Glasses? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, there's like there's a whole glasses thing. They look like Wayfarers, but they have cameras built into them, and so you could actually stream to Twitch directly from these sunglasses. They're like not sunglasses, but regular looking glasses.
Huh.
I saw it a while back, and I was like, "Damn, that's cool! I gotta get me some of those."
Interesting.
I know, but I am going to at least wait. What are we doing here? I'm gonna end this stream so that I can cut the video for for my YouTube stuff.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Are we raiding?
Yeah, I gotta go look and see who's around. I haven't even looked. I've only just decided to stop streaming. Who we got? Maybe I should raid a D&D person.
Are there any D&D people alive right now? Are we making new friends?
We could make a new friend. Do I want to make new friends? Nah. New friends is work.
New friends is work.
I do have a D&D person on here. They're pretty nice. I like them. Does anybody care about Spelljammer spoilers?
I don't know what that is.
Then it does not matter. But I have sat in on a couple of they do a lot of world building as well. And they're very nice. I like them a lot. So we'll go raid them.
Yippee!
Yippee! This is the raid message now?
What is it? No panties, no bitches.
I saw that last night with the subscription and I cracked up really hard. Oh, nope. These are my commands. How do I forget them?
Because they're not other people. It's not the same as everybody else's commands, so it's confusing.
Ah! I don't know what everybody else's commands are. I made these forever ago.
Literally the ones you put in first. Raid and like sub raid. I think it's like the universal go-to. But you have to be raid gen.
Fine, I'll fix it. I actually need to just have a stream session where I just fix everything. Otherwise, I'm never gonna do it. I'm never gonna do it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out today, guys. I hope you had fun.